Hello, everyone, and welcome to Friday. Today, we've got two different things that we have needed to get around to, and we're just going to put both of them together in one vlog. The first thing is we're going to talk about Persona 5, because we said that once Mal finished Persona 5, we would spend some time talking about it. Mal played through Persona 5 Royal on the PS5. You started it in September because that's when your surgery was, and you just finished it a few days ago. Do you know what your total playtime was? It was like 140,
something like that. I was like level 90-ish.
You were north of 130,
Yeah.
So you were probably close to like 140 hours.
Yeah.
And we'll talk just like a little bit about the game without any spoilers, and then briefly with some spoilers, just so we can talk a little bit about stuff. So first off, what'd you think?
I liked it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I don't know, it was an RPG. It was a JRPG, which I haven't gotten to play in a long time.
I think that's kind of the big thing, is like, because I haven't. Quick thing, Mal's the one that played this game. I watched her play, like somewhere between a quarter and a third, I think, is what I've seen. But I saw it all across the thing, so I feel like I have some opinions I can share too. But yeah, that was the first thing, is that just I haven't played a JRPG in a while. You haven't played a JRPG in a while. Certainly not like this. Yeah. This is like capital J RPG. I mean, it's like very much so. So watching you play that was interesting, because I was like, man, we haven't really like dove into any of these in a while.
I mean, it was really good. I liked it. It's so style heavy.
Yes.
Like the text and the menus and everything is so style heavy. In a good way. I liked that. There was times where it was difficult to see things. Like, I was like, well, how do I craft these items? And like, I had to go look it up, and everyone's like, well, there's a second menu in the crafting area.
Yeah.
And I was like, I totally missed it. And there was comments that were like, I had no idea either.
Yeah.
And the hard thing I had with the text is like when they would have like the ransom letter look, and like some letters would be capitalized, or like white letters on black backgrounds next to black letters on white backgrounds.
Yeah.
And like that was a little hard to read, I think, from like just a visual standpoint. But like otherwise, I liked the graphic design a lot.
Yeah. That's something that I think, like, I can't speak to all the Persona games because the only one that I've watched is 5. But like, man, Persona 5 has an aesthetic.
Yeah.
And like really goes hard into it in a good way. That's something that I think was very, very strong about the game, is because it knows what it wants to look like, and man, does it run with it. And it's extended not even like in your menus and stuff, like in your character menus, but like when Mal would go into a shop, like every shopkeeper had like a different style menu that was also very stylized.
Yeah.
It was very cool, but also, yeah, I remember the part you were talking about where you couldn't figure out how to get like
to the crafting menu. The second page of the crafting menu.
Because sometimes it goes so deep down the style rabbit hole that the accessibility becomes an issue, because you're actually like, wait, what, and legibility.
Like, it was the crafting menu, like hitting the R1 to go to the second part.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, when they would have like the letters next to each other like that, that was harder to read.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot.
No, but everything else I thought was great about the style.
Yeah. Yeah, just tiny, minor, extremely minor nitpicks. Yeah. Overall, if it had to choose one or the other, I'm glad that it was like that, because it was very, very cool look. It's very striking.
Yeah.
As far as like the plot of the game, it's, when I'm watching, I'm like, this is so anime. Holy crap, this is anime.
Yeah.
And it doesn't help that like sometimes you just get like anime clips.
Oh yeah, there was like there's cutscenes, but then there's also like more anime looking cutscenes in addition to like game looking cutscenes.
Yeah, there's cutscenes that take place in the game engine, but then also animated cutscenes. So it's already like deep into like the anime feel, but then you just go, it turns into an actual anime at some point. Your kid's in high school.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was wild, I think, to go between like palaces and mementos and like everyday life.
Yeah.
Because like I do like some everyday life stuff for a while, like go to school and play baseball and go shopping and whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'd be like, I'm done with this. And then I could go into the palace or into mementos and like do that for a while. And then I'd be like, I'm sick of this, and then go do something else.
It's kind of nice because the game
changes
inherently has some variety
Yeah.
to it. Like it is like a JRPG and there's going to be combat and stuff, but like honestly, the life sim part is just as much Persona as
Yeah.
the combat stuff.
And out of like the three, I disliked Mementos the most.
Yeah, I have some things to say about Mementos.
Yeah, that was probably the weakest thing I think for the entire game for me.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Dark Cloud 2 generated dungeons.
Yeah.
And those at least
Hi buddy.
Kepler Tale change enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. So that part was boring. Like they would have like their little like fun conversations with each other while you're driving around. But then like the second you do anything, it ends. And I'm like, oh, well, now I have to kind of wait here for a second before I go up by this shadow so I can hear what their silly conversation is about.
To be perfectly honest, like Mementos is downright confusing in the sense of like the other parts of Persona are so strong.
Yeah.
Like the life sim part is so strong and well, just like being able to travel around Tokyo and the way everything is modeled and the level of detail, like all of this stuff is so good and high quality. The palaces are also they're pretty interesting. They're not bad. Mementos doesn't fit. Mementos is boring.
Yeah, it is.
It is extremely boring. And when Mal first got into it, it even felt a little weird then, but then as you have to like keep playing it and keep playing, there's so much mementos you have to do, and it's just like,
Yeah.
Like it feels like a slog for the sake of being a slog. And they eventually tie it into the story. Like not to spoil anything, but it gets tied into the story in some way. But like there was a million different ways to do that. Mementos really feels almost like a dungeon crawl just to have it.
Yeah.
Either to pad it out or like, oh, you just need to like fight some stuff, you can go to Mementos.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
you need some levels?
Yeah, you got to get some Personas, go down into Mementos.
Yeah, there's only one time I felt like I had to like grind and get levels.
Yeah.
And that was the timed boss battle.
Yes.
That one, if you've played it, you know which one I'm talking about. The timed one was the only one I really struggled with.
Yeah.
Where I had to go and be like, oh, let's go back and like get some levels and prepare. And that was the only time I really felt like I needed to do that.
Yeah, and that helps say that like the game is extremely well paced.
Yeah, I did
and
not
it is.
struggle with it.
The game is extremely well paced.
I played it on normal mode, by the way.
Yeah, Mal played normal. There's not the only as far as pacing goes. I guess that's less pacing and more like leveling is divided up well. As far as pacing goes, the only downside I saw about the pacing was probably Mementos, because otherwise I feel like the trade between like the life sim stuff and the palaces were pretty evenly distributed. I mean, you played more of the game than I saw, but that was the only time that I was like, you're in the middle of doing fun stuff and it's like, we got to go to Mementos for a long time. I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
But
and then it's like, oh, well, you can't stop or you lose, because I was playing Royal, like all the flowers, or like you need to get to a safe floor. It's like,
yeah.
And then it's like, oh, you have all this stuff. If you leave, you lose it, because I didn't find Star Child for some reason.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, well, I gotta play until I find Star Child. Oh, well, now I need to get to another safe floor.
Yeah. It's not that I want us talking about Persona to just I don't want to
everything else about it
because everything else is so good. I think that's why Memento sticks out, is because the rest of the game is so polished.
Yes.
Like just consistently throughout, there's a lot of polish and thought put into so many different things. And then, that's why Memento sticks out, is because it's so strange.
And it wouldn't be terrible, but in the contrast of it, it sticks out. And it's like, oh.
But everything else is really good. It really was. Like, the music is really good.
Yeah.
I liked the story. Like, I didn't get to see every little thing, but, like, Mal would fill me in on what was going on. And, I thought it was really interesting. I thought the way that, like, where the story went was fun.
Yeah, it was.
It was usually pretty easy to follow. It was sometimes a little easy to see what was going to happen, but there was a few little twists in there that was interesting.
Yeah.
Overall, it's a game that I would recommend. I think you would recommend. It's just, it comes with that warning of, like, this is a long game. Like, Royal is going to take you 120 to 150 hours. And that's a long time. But it's perfect if you're having a surgery and you need to recover for several weeks. It's great. Because the bulk of what you played was in September.
Mm-hmm.
Mal put a lot of time into it in September. And, because it's not that it took you from September to now to beat it.
Yeah.
It's just you put a lot of time into it, and then you started to get better, and you were doing other stuff. I will say one part of the game that I felt dragged, actually. One thing that I didn't like from a pacing perspective is that Royal adds an entire other dungeon.
Yeah.
And I felt like that dungeon was too long.
It was, but it had my favorite puzzles in the game.
Oh, okay.
The RGB puzzle, loved it so much.
Yeah.
That was great.
I feel like a lot of people would struggle with that. I'm glad that you were able to do it, but, like, I was watching you do it, and I was like, this is very confusing. But yeah, that's the only... Because, like, the game is long, but also I feel like, to a certain extent, just a little bit, the game's probably too long by, I don't know, like 20 hours. Like, it's like 15 to... It's going to be long, I get it, but it's like 15 to 20 hours too long. There's a little bit that could be trimmed out of that, and it would still be a great product. But yeah, that's...
I adored Yoshizawa's... There's two outfits she wore that I adored. One was the polka dot outfit with the glasses scene. And then the other one was, like, this sweater outfit she wears. And I was like, I want both of these. I took photos of this TV to, like, try and, like, be like, maybe I can find something.
I'm glad that was part of this. It's like, these outfits.
Everyone has cool outfits.
Joker's
Joker outfit is great.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked that there was, like, outfits inside of the other universe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to like about the game, so don't let any of the negative stuff that we say, dissuade you, because it's a very minor thing.
I had a lot of fun playing it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fun. If you get a chance to play Royal, from our understanding, it's worth it. Not necessarily just because of the additional content, but there is additional content, but just quality of life changes. Because I was reading about some of the stuff, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
this is much better because you're playing Royal. So, like, if you already own Persona 5, like, sure, just play that. But if you're starting fresh and you're like, I'm going to pick it up, I would pick up Royal, because it's all of the stuff from Persona 5, but additional content and quality of life changes. And that's it.
That's it.
That's our Persona 5 review. Mal enjoyed it. Think you play another Persona game in the future?
Maybe. I got other stuff I want to play.
Neck surgery. No, I don't want you to have a surgery again.
No, I don't want to.
But, if that ever happens, if you need to recover for some period of time, it's a great choice because it takes so long. So that's the first part of the vlog. I know it's a longer vlog. The second thing is Boxvent. Calvin and Bick have sent us a advent calendar, but it's Christmas gifts for several years. I don't, like 6, 7. It's a long time, and you're probably saying, "Wait, shouldn't that be like December 1st?" It's true, but we didn't get the package until not that long ago, maybe a week ago.
I don't know when it arrived to the P.O. box, but I went and I was like, "Oh, this is here."
Yeah, so. I think it arrived like a little late, but also it took us a while to get it.
Yeah.
And then we've had it here, but we haven't had a moment to like open it, to dedicate like a day to it. And then today I was like, we have to do this today. Like because December is ending. So let's go open that up. All right, it's open. There's a big thing on top that says Kepler.
Kepler.
You excited? I'm in here for you. All right. You want to read this?
Dear Stephen and Mel, happy 7th Advent Calendar Boxvent. So, aside from the box that Kepi will enjoy, we decided to send something to him as well. Sorry about being MIA, but the big reveal this time around is we are officially homeowners. The process of moving and unpacking has been tough, but we are slowly getting there. We hope you enjoy the gifts this time around. Happy holidays. Best wishes, Calvin and Beck.
Congratulations! That's amazing.
That is amazing.
I also love that, like, so this is the 7th year, which, first off, thank you. But then also, throughout the 7 years, like, we've seen, like, all of the different little phases. Like, getting to homeownership, that's just neat. That's just, when you do things for a certain amount of time, then you start to, like, put together a more complete picture, and that's neat. So, it is the 22nd. So what I think we should do is kind of like, it's not that we should like start it now, but we'll do like an accelerated opening where we'll maybe open a few a day instead of like opening them all now and catching up to 22. Because one of the fun things about this is to have something to open every day, right? Uh-huh. So we might do like 2 a day to catch up a little faster, but I'd still like to keep opening them a little slowly.
Hi,
Kepler's got something, and Kepler, you can have something now.
You chew this? You chew paper?
Yes, we will teach him.
He does it anyway.
Yeah, it's not like we can stop him.
Take a bite.
Now he doesn't do it.
Maybe this is the turning point in his life.
It's Trader Joe's Advent Calendar for cats.
Salmon and dried seaweed recipe cat treats. Oh my goodness. Look at that, Kepo.
Where's one? Here's one. Cute. See, now he's chewing it.
As soon as the package is open and there's a gift,
What's
he's
this?
like, what is that?
Oh, we like this. Can you sit? Can we shake? We can shake. Good boy.
I'm just so excited and happy.
Let me break this for you here. Eat this.
Okay. That was great.
Oh, we
thanks.
like that. We like that a lot.
Where is the rest? Should we start with one then?
We could.
We could open 22, I guess. Oh man. This is a traditional advent calendar. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This box vent is going to be very different and weird.
I was
Okay, it's two together.
But why?
Yeah.
But why?
You got it figured out.
There
Yeah.
we go.
This box vent is definitely going to be very different because we will be doing some of this like into January, and that's fine. It's really just about having like you're opening something on a day. Mm-hmm. If anything, it's kind of nice because it extends the holiday season a little bit, and that's fun. So 2 is, oh my God, it's Seinfeld. I haven't gotten a haircut in a while, so my hair actually is not too far off from Jerry's or Kramer's. This is great. You know what my favorite part about this is the background.
Yeah. There's a door.
There's a door, there's the puffy shirt. I think there's some other references back there. That's great. The one weird thing about this product is that
It's little people?
Well, it's Fisher Price.
Yeah.
but it's Seinfeld, so it gives this weird feeling. It gives us weird feelings that like it's a show for children. It's not for children. If your kid is 3, they're ready for Seinfeld. We'll stop it there. We'll probably do 2 a day, unless we really want to do 3 a day at some point, and we'll like slowly work through these. Yeah. But even though we're getting started late, that's fine. We will work through these. This is always so much fun every year. We always appreciate the fact that you guys send stuff. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for thinking of us. This is always a lot of fun. December has been a little crazy for us, so if anything, I'm kind of glad we're getting started on it late, because now the craziness will start to die down a little bit and we'll be able to continue to enjoy this stuff. Thanks. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow, I got some special plans.
Yeah.
Because I made reservations for us. Because I'm taking you out on a date.
We got some errands to run too.
Yeah, it's gonna be like half date, half errands.
That's fine.
But it's kind of like the life of a married couple. It's like we're gonna go out on the town, and then we have some things to do. That's fine. Thanks for watching. Let's be back tomorrow, shall we?